Hello again. So, we're gonna talk about how jazz music works now. Let's get to it. So, jazz has a history of almost 100 years now. So, originally, jazz music was played for fun and dancing by poor people that had no formal training whatsoever. Um, and kind of the basics of jazz. So if it has a swing, so like kind of a skip to the music, improvisation, music made up around like the original melody that's played, and syncopation, so kind of like a syncopated or offbeat rhythm to it, then it's considered jazz. So when a jazz tune is started, the musicians that are playing usually agree on a musical key, and the person that's leading the band calls a tempo, by which everybody else follows. And there is usually kind of like an introduction to the jazz piece, and that's called the head of the piece. So that's kind of the basis of the piece. Musicians all play that at the beginning together, and then from that, all of the musicians kind of take a turn, or not. It's kind of up to them. But if they do take a turn, they improvise off of the head of the piece, taking a bunch of different liberties with key changes, with tempo changes, kind of whatever they want to do. And then they signal to the next player in the band to do their solo, and that continues on and on and on until you get to the last solo. And then after the last solo, the head is then repeated again. And then after the head is repeated again, then there's kind of a improvisation off of the head that leads into a conclusion. And so while these musicians are playing together, it's kind of a way of communicating with one another. And also, there's kind of this camaraderie. I can't say that word. Camaraderie surrounded by this type of music. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you learned a little bit more about jazz and how it kind of operates. And see you in a little bit.